I like to think about customer centricity more in terms of customer empathy. So the word I'm using these days is empathy, not centricity, because empathy kind of denotes something a little different, maybe a deeper level of understanding. And when I think about what is the approach you take towards developing customer empathy, I think you have to kind of think about it in micro and macro terms. Macro terms would be, hey, what are these patterns that describe your customer base as a whole, right? Micro terms meaning, can I really understand how an individual user of my product does their daily work? And in doing their daily work, what does success look like for them in the job? Like, how is their boss going to give them a great performance rating and a pay rise, if not a promotion at the end of the year? And if I work back from that level of empathy, meaning how are they measuring success in their job, I can start to understand the role my software product plays in helping them achieve it. Sometimes it's the case they're going to spend minutes and hours using my product in the given day. It's so critical to the role. And in some cases, more often than not, my product is a tool for them to get something done, but in the least amount of time possible, because they're busy and they got other stuff to do. Bless you. So the path, in my opinion, to developing customer empathy is to really think of ourselves as carpenters. And good carpenters have tool belts. And carpenters have tool belts where they carry around a lot of tools, right? So if you only have a hammer in your belt, you're going to whack everything with a hammer. Unfortunately, that doesn't work when you really need a chisel. So the tool belt around customer empathy is, a lot of obvious stuff, right? Surveys at scale, so the patterns of customer feedback and sentiment and need become evident, because you've got to invest according to the things that are going to have the greatest impact on your total customer base, right? You could do usability studies. You can do quantitative analytics, watching people clicking in around your application for their usage patterns, both frequency and the things they tend to use the most and least. I'm a big believer in in-field visits, things that we call go-and-sees. And in fact, I'm institutionalizing this practice as we speak at Barracuda. I'm relatively new to the organization. So what we're now doing is we're taking in a user experience designer and a buddy, and the buddy is often somebody from the engineering team. And we're asking to go observe a customer as they work in their cube or office for 2 or 3 hours at a time, and not even ask them any questions until the end. Just watch them do the job, not using our product, but the job. And it's amazing the kinds of insights you get when you're in their workplace, just watching. You start to understand the role of your product in ways you couldn't have known through these other techniques. So yet another tool. All of it together gives you kind of that maximum context and leads to understanding the customer in empathetic terms.